and forth, no, we ain't going for that. All that poppin' like you tough, we ain't going for that. Nigga talking about taking, we ain't going for that. Nigga better play it cool, cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that.
So be cool, yeah, chill, yeah, tell them calm down. What I'm doing now, we be running up, get money now. Yeah, run the town, hottest niggas never knew. Let the chopper, nigga, we gon' shoot. It be money, I be rolling dice, I be taking chances. What I'm doing, I be motherfucking getting them to them benches. Niggas knowing, open bag, shawty, all this shit be stinking. All this motherfucking money, you ain't think that I was banking, you ain't think that I had them franking. I was drinking medication, nigga, feeling like a patient. I was wasted, ayy, flowing, getting wasted. Every time we woke up, we had them bitches in rotation.
All that back and forth, no, we ain't going for that. All that poppin' like you tough, we ain't going for that. Nigga talking about taking, we ain't going for that. Nigga better play it cool, cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. I got walk and I got ass, just a walking pharmacy. Shit ain't gon' lie, I'm getting the money, it ain't really hard to see. Blow down the pound, go out of town, she really put her faith in the street. I told her every time I make money, money don't make me, I'm the kid. On the balcony, niggas zooted, thinking about how to get rich. Till then I'ma pop bottles, live it up to the end. Hop off in that charger, pulling off once again. On the side of me, keep protected if it needs. So walk in the court, shit, I'm on that shit again. I can see the hate through the ultraviolet lens. Shit, I knew her barrel right when she put off in the bin. And you know I said her right, but you know we got all that back and forth, no, we ain't going for that. All that poppin' like you tough, we ain't going for that. Nigga talking about taking, we ain't going for that. Nigga better play it cool, cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. Cause we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that. No, we ain't going for that.
What's good, family? What's good? It's your boy Damon back in the building. Here to tap in with y'all real quick, man. Welcome to the 8 o'clock show. Hey, I told y'all last night, man, it was gonna be late because I just got back from Run Club, man. So I had to go to Run Club tonight, so I got to get some extra work in. So I knew it was gonna be late. So, but I wanted to tap in with you, man, because I know we didn't do a post-game live show last night. But I think everybody really got what they wanted to say. We didn't do the usual format, you know what I mean? I just let everybody on because it was already late, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, stop capping. You was playing FIFA. No, man, I was playing FIFA after, when everybody just started chopping it up, man. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna be up here long tonight, guys. Probably be up here about 30 minutes. You feel me? He was playing Roblox. My youngest son played Roblox. I don't play Roblox. But I just wanted to tap in with y'all, man. And listen, I know we have played a bunch of not winning teams. You feel me? But I'm really enjoying this 5-game winning streak that the Atlanta Hawks are currently on. You feel me? I'm enjoying this winning streak. Feels good to be over 500 this late in the season. 2-hour stream coming. Nah, I ain't finna be up in no 2 hours. I enjoy that we're on a nice winning streak, man. It feels good to be over 500. And it feels good that we realistically have a shot at the 6th seed. Let's look at matter of fact, since I'm here, let me go and pull up the standings real quick. Let's take a look and see where we at, family. Let's see here. Conference. Let's go and pull this up real quick. Let's go here. Let me go here real quick. Boom, boom. You say Quinn trying to save his job? Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. Let's take a look here, family. So, what we got here is we are currently in the 10th seed, right? Which means we can't lose a game in the play-in. If the playoffs started today, we would have to beat the Hornets in order to advance. You feel me? Obviously, the goal is to try to get to try to hit that 6th seed, right? The 6th seed. Now let me pull up this real quick. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's go conference standings. Okay, y'all see where we at. We know the Bucks not catching us. Okay. Oh, the Bucks done lost 4 in a row. We know the Bucks are not catching us. Okay. So I'm not concerned about the Bucks unless we just do a total collapse. I'm not worried about the Bucks catching us. Okay. We are what? 14 and a half out. You're one game. You're a game and a half out. The 7th seed. Now I think Orlando is playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull that up. Let me see what Orlando got going on. Orlando. Oh, they're beating the Magic right now. I mean, excuse me, they're beating the Mavs right now, 103-99. So if the Mavs can beat the Magic, we gain a half a game, right? So that will put us what? A full game out of the 7th seed, right? At a minimum, okay? At a minimum, we want to catch the Heat or the Magic at a minimum, okay? We want to, at a minimum, hit that 7th or 8th seed. That way you got 2 shots at the play-in. You feel me? You got 2 shots at the play-in. You feel me? I think we could catch. I could tell you right now, that game Saturday is going to be, that's a big game. We have to beat the Sixers Saturday. If we beat the Sixers, that puts us, that give us a whole game. So you are 12, you're a game and a half out of the 6th seed, right? 12, 13, 14, 12, 13. My bad, you're 2.5 out the 6th seed. Beat the Sixers, that put us a game and a half out the 6th seed. I mean, it's possible now. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Oh, y'all say the Heat losing? So if the Heat lose, the Heat are losing to the Heat winning right now. They up 88-80 on the Nets in the 3rd quarter. They up 88-80 against the Nets right now. So I don't see the Nets. Now they up 90-83. I don't see the Nets beating the Heat tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we could make something shake, man. The 5th seed is real. I mean, the 5th seed, bro, we 4 games out of this. You're 4 games out of the 5th seed. Let me look. Do we play the Raptors anymore? Do we play the Raptors? Let me look. Schedule. Let me see. Let's go schedule. Regular season. Calendar. We go Atlanta. So we got Sixers, Mavs, Nets, Bucks again. Magic, that's a big game. Mavs, Rockets, Warriors, Grizzlies. Damn. Celtics. Damn. Sheesh. Okay, what we got in April? I'm looking for the games we play the people in front of us. See if where we can help ourselves. Magic, Knicks, Cavs, Heat. Oh man. So we can't really help ourselves as far as beating these other teams. So we're gonna rely, if we want to move up in the standings, we just got to keep winning, bro. Because we only playing teams in front of us. What was that? 3 times? 1, 2. Yeah, look like just 3. It should be the Magic again, and that's it. 3. Oh, 4. So we got 4. Oh, this last game of the season could be pivotal right here. And it's on the road. So you know we're a good road team. That could be pivotal right here, guys. This Heat game on the 12th could be real. That could be a real important game, man. Salute my boy Virgo Life with the super chat, man. Magic City Monday. Magic City Monday. I feel you. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking, chat? Toronto hasn't won against a team with a winning record in 2 months. Okay, well, let's see something here. Who does Toronto got left? Let's see. Let's go back to March. Let's go to Toronto. Who they got? Okay. Hopefully Minnesota can beat them tonight, but they got, let's see, Mavs win. We got hopefully the Rockets. They're gonna beat the Pelicans. Suns gonna be a good game. Pistons, Bulls is trash. Nuggets, Suns, Jazz is trash. Clippers, Pelicans, Magic, Pistons. Oh yeah, I feel you on that. They got a gauntlet in March. What they got in April? Kings is a win. Celtics, Heat, Knicks. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Raptors. Yeah. The Raptors. Woo. They got a schedule, boy. Yeah, you're right, kitty cat. You're right. The Raptors got some. Let me see who the Sixers got then. What the Sixers looking like? Let's see. The Sixers got us. Ooh, Cavs. They're going to beat the Grizz. Pistons. Nets suck. Blazers suck. Nuggets. Kings suck. Jazz suck. Thunder. Bulls suck. Hornets. Heat. Wizards suck. The Wolves. Pistons. Spurs. Rockets. Oh, man. Y'all right. Looking at these other teams' schedule. Now we got to do our part, guys. We got to win tonight. I mean, we got to win our games. Who you rather play, Pistons or Boston? I gotta lean toward Boston, man. I gotta lean towards Boston, bro. I'd rather play Boston. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm assuming hold on, let me think. Cause JT coming back. Boston don't have no real big man, do they? Celtics got Duran. I mean, excuse me, the Pistons got Duran. How you say his name? Duran? Who they big man? The All-Star cat? K. If we played a Pistons, bruh, I expect Darren. If we play the Pistons, that's gonna be a low-scoring series. I think you're gonna see a lot of defense in that series right there. What y'all think? I'd rather get the Pistons. You stop K, you win. Oh, Jalen Duren. Okay. Let me see here. Let's look. Let's look. Hawks. Regular season. I wish I could break it down by team on this. All right, let me see. So, against the Pistons this year, damn, we done lost to them all 3 times? Oh, my days. I forgot about this game. 1-4. Ooh. We got mollywopped this game. God dang. 1-4. Okay, we lost by 1. Damn, the Pistons swept our ass this year. 112 to 120, 98 to 99, 115. Damn, they putting a $120 on us of the night. What's that? Jesus, hold on. Let me break out the calculator. Real quick. 120 plus 99 plus 142 divided by 3. Damn, we giving up 120 points to the Pistons? Oh. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. We giving up 120 points to the. I don't know. Hey, that sound good. Stop Cade and you win. That sound good. That sounds good. Okay. It's a different team now. I mean, I agree, but I'm. Hold up. What we do against the Celtics? Let me see what we did against the Celtics, man. Hold up. What we do against the C's? This looked a little bit more reasonable. 1-1. We lost at home. We won on the road. That looks a little bit more favorable. Would y'all agree? Would y'all agree? Dyson didn't play the first game against the Celtics. So it looks like we would want to play the Celtics. Now, what's the boy name? Ain't JT coming back? Dojo said that's the only game you went to. I'm still. Oh, man. It looked like we rather play the Celtics, family. That's what it looked like, man. It looked like we should want to play the Celtics, bro. He ain't fully healthy coming back. I mean, we know. I know he gonna listen. Look, after looking at that, I'd rather play the Celtics. Excuse me. I'd rather play the Celtics. That's just me. Right? I mean, the Pistons, they good. That's a good team, man. That's a good team. Oh, Dallas came back. They took the lead. Let me see. 113, 1. Oh, come on, Mavs. They got 37 seconds. Let's go, Mavericks. Come on, Mavericks. Come on, baby. So the Mavericks looking good. The Heat winning. That's it. Oh, the Raptors losing to the Timberwolves at halftime. So that's in our favor. Yeah, man. I'd rather play the Celtics. I'd rather see the Celtics, bro. I'd rather see the Celtics, man. Dojo said you rather just make the play in. I mean, I would like to make the play in, but like I told y'all, man, like I'm really looking forward to next season, right? But I would like for us, I wouldn't mind us making the play in or making the playoffs for our young guys to get the experience. You know what I'm saying? What the Heat finna do? Quinn won't make it out the play in. That's why Quinn better get to that 6th seed. Let me ask y'all this, man. Let me put a poll up. I'm gonna put a poll up, man. Okay. Y'all answer this poll I'm about to put up, family. Hold up. Let me put up this poll, man. I don't know what y'all think. Where's it at? Oh, here we go. There you go. I got a poll up, man. Poll is up. Let me know what y'all thinking. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. Let me know what y'all thinking. Hey, man, how many of y'all play 2K, man? Y'all play 2K? I ain't played 2K yet, bro. I got to download it. I ain't played it yet all year. Y'all don't understand. Vegas just called the Magic. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see. Let's see. Let's take a look. Was a phone call made? Oh, the Magic came. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. They couldn't hold on for 30 seconds? Oh, man. See, that's what happened when you got to depend on others, man. That's what happened when you got to depend on other teams to win games, bro. Ain't no way, man. That's what happened when you got to depend on other teams to win games, bro. Like, that's crazy. How the Mavericks, how they tricked that off? They was up what? They was up 4-3 with 30 seconds left? And the worst part about it, we can't even help ourselves, man. Damn. We just got to win games and hope these other teams lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dallas don't got a pick in 27, so they needed the L. That playing, I'm gonna tell you right now, though, man. That playing gonna be tough. The playing might be tougher than the damn playoffs. Jalen Sutton, he pulled up from the Bahamas. They cashed out on him. Well, listen, man. We put ourselves in this position, bro. So I mean, hey. I mean, the Miami Heat, the Heat went through it. The Heat went through the play-in and got all the way to the finals. So I mean, you know, we just got to put ourselves in position to participate. You feel me? But what we got? 25 minutes. I'm gonna drop this link if anybody need to tap in. I probably got another. I got probably what? Another 10, 15 minutes. When you gonna get a Quinn t-shirt? Hey, yo, what's good, Savannah? My boy Savannah Swag in the building, man. Salute to my boy. When I'm gonna get a Quinn t-shirt. Hey, you know what I'm gonna go get, Dart? You know what I'm gonna buy? You know what I should go get? I should get one of those Hawk polos. You know, like the polo shirt, like I work in the front office. I should get one. That'd be my Quinn jersey, a polo shirt. Ain't that what he be wearing? A polo shirt, or he be wearing a t-shirt? I agree with Pat Riley, man. I think coaches should go back to suits. I liked it better when coaches had suits on the sideline. Coaches on the sideline now look like they look like AAU coaches. They don't look like professional NBA coach. They look like AAU coaches, bro. But I should get a button up, man. Matter of fact, I should get a button up to represent Ansi. Trust Ansi. Trust Ansi. How y'all feel about Ansi right now, man? Y'all might find Landry in Magic City. Hey, Landry gonna be out there like he was on Dancing with the Stars, man. My boy Tristan said getting rid of Quinn at this point is like starting another rebuild. I don't want to go backwards with our young guys and all Dyson and Kuminga look comfortable playing for Quinn. I mean, listen, man. Like, everybody know I've never been a Quinn Snyder supporter, so I mean, but you know, I don't obviously I don't root for him to fail, okay, because he coaches the team that I support, you know. So I mean, but you know what though, Dark? I mean, Tristan, sometimes it's not always good to have like player coaches. No, how did I say that? No, coaches that players like. But I understand. I get your point, though. I get your point. I mean, they playing good together, playing good basketball together right now. I mean, I say like this, depending on how they close the season, man, like I could see, like I said, I don't think the Hawks will fire Quinn Snyder. Okay. I don't believe that. I believe the only way Quinn Snyder leave Atlanta is if he resign. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but I can understand your point though, Tristan. I can understand the point. You know, you get a new coach. He may come in with a different style of basketball, a different system, right? Now you got to look and see, do you have the players to fit the new coach's system? So I see your point. But the homeboy Marion said he don't want to see Quinn with another top pick. Which makes me want to ask, if the Hawks pick inside the top 5 this year, okay? If the Hawks pick inside the top 5 this year, is Ansi picking the guy Quinn wants, or is Ansi picking the guy he wants? Y'all heard what I said? A top 5 pick this year. Are the Hawks going to pick? Is Ansi going to pick who he like? Or is Quinn going to, or is Ansi going to get the guy that Quinn likes? You feel me? I mean, but Dojo, you looking at, it's some good talent though. It's some good talent. What, 5 to 10? Trade the number 5 pick for Memphis 8 and 17. Okay. Get more young talent. I feel you. He picking who the Timberwolves want. Demond coaches don't like coaching on a last year without an extension. I mean, I feel you, Savannah. I feel you. So what are you trying to say though, Savannah? You think Aussie gonna extend Quinn after this year? You think they're gonna work an extension out? Quinn gonna trade that Pitt for Klink. Man, if Quinn trade a top 5 pick, boy, if he trade a top 10 pick for Klingen, bro, he don't want to see me, bro. He don't want to see me at this game, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I will be livid. What Cujo say? Just don't draft no preachers, light-skinned dudes with perms, or injured dudes. Hey, Cujo, you just explained Hawks DNA, my boy. You just explained Hawks DNA right there. You feel me? That's Hawks DNA. It's also cheaper. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Kitty Cat. Are you gonna have time? How you gonna play those dudes? You gonna get 2 more young dudes? Because I don't think Quinn Snyder is here to develop young players, man. I don't believe that. What's good, Ron?
What up, DeMar?
What's popping with you, man? Where you been at? You been MIA? What you been working?
Working. I'm getting married in a little over a month, so I've just been doing that. So
what? You found a woman that like you?
Yeah, I know. Weird, right? Who would have thought? I would.
She like milk? The way you be drinking that milk?
Nah, I switched to water.
Okay. Ron said, I got to clean my system. I got to get ready. Congratulations,
yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Are we playing the Celtics next? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh no, they just asked who would rather meet in the playoffs if we get through the play-in, the Celtics or the Pistons. If we get through the play-in, you got to get through the play-in.
Right. Yeah.
But we also have an outside shot getting the 5th or the 6th seed. Outside shot.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say probably Boston if we go through the play-in, but if we get the 6th seed or the 5th seed, hopefully it's New York. I just think we can match up a little bit better against New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel you.
Because I mean, like, I mean, with Boston, I mean, depending on if Tatum plays, then
back for the playoffs.
Okay. I mean, would you throw Kuminga on Tatum, or would you throw Jalen Johnson on Tatum?
Tatum and Brown. I would run who's the biggest threat, Tatum or Brown? Maybe put Dyson on Brown, since Tatum would just be getting up to basketball speed. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
I'm not putting Jalen Johnson on none of them.
No, yeah, right. I mean, I would, like you said, I'd probably put Dyson on Brown and Kuminga on Tatum.
Yeah,
and then just put
Jalen Johnson don't defend good. It's the fact that you don't.
I think Kuminga's stronger.
Well, not even that. You don't want your best offensive players guarding superstar players, because that's going to put them in foul trouble. So, I will start off with that. You have Dyson on Brown.
Mm-hmm.
You have Tatum too tall for
Would you throw Zach on him?
But Zach not starting.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was about to say if Zach is starting.
I'm trying to use the starting lineup we got now. Kuminga
I got you.
Now, Zach not starting now. So now, obviously, off the bench, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, I'm putting Zach.
Right.
And then I could rotate Tatum. Excuse me, I could rotate Zach and Kuminga on Tatum. Right? That's obviously when that's it, second unit in. But you could put put Na on Tatum, Na on JB, Dyson on Tatum, Zach not starting. You don't think y'all don't think that Dyson you don't think that Brown would be the bigger threat than Tatum? Because I mean Tatum will just be getting back. Brown's gonna be in full playoff mode.
True, but I mean, I also look at their skill sets because Brown can score on all three levels, and you need somebody that can guard him on all three levels. Tatum can score the three, but he also favors the mid or like the fadeaway midi shot. So,
but that's why I was asking, who do you think is the bigger threat?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever's the bigger threat, that's who you put Dyson on.
Right.
That's who you don't.
I mean, you could
player because that's the player you don't want to get going. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that's why I keep saying Tatum not gonna be up to basketball speed.
Right.
You feel me? So I could take a chance and put Nah, even though he's shorter. Because Nah's what, 6'4"? What Tatum is? 6'8", 6'7"?
About 6'8".
Biggest threat is Quinn Snyder. But now obviously, if you have Kuminga in the starting lineup or you have Zach in the starting lineup, one of them gonna be on.
Right.
But I don't see. Listen, I'm a Kuminga supporter. I don't see Quinn starting Kuminga this year. I don't think it's enough time for him to say, you know what, I'm gonna start this guy. Now, what I could see is you bring Zach and Kuminga in earlier if the defense is a problem.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If the defense is a problem. You feel me? What the homeboy say? Have y'all heard about the Hawks being the 5th most profitable sports franchise in the world? They talked about it on Dukes and Bell for the last 2 days. Yeah, but we already knew that though. We already knew because
Wrestler is like the 7th richest owner in the NBA.
The reason the Hawks is up there is because Tony Wrestler owns State Farm Arena. So all the State Farm's other stuff falls under the Hawks because he bought State Farm with the Hawks.
Yeah.
So it all falls under there. You know what I'm saying? And we know he don't spend money. So now we know the Hawks generated money, but it is.
I agree, Bruce. Bruce says we close with Kuminga. I would probably agree in terms if we're going up against Boston, we just close with Kuminga, Dyson, Nah, and
well, that's why I was saying that the schedule that we have is favorable for us right now. Because even with Kuminga's knee still being irritated a little, bro, I don't think we don't have no more back-to-backs. Okay.
No. And after today, we're home for like the next 5 games.
And guess what? The games are at least 1 day minimum in between each other.
Yeah.
So we got time to rest, recover. You know what I'm saying? If we do like we do, we got 2 more back-to-backs. He talking about. Wait, we got 2 more. Hold up, let me go back and look. Hold up.
But at least I think they're. I don't know if they're home or away.
Let me go back and look. Hold up. What's good, C Wonder?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What up, C?
I don't know. Like I told y'all, I've been kind of 50-50 on it. Like I said, I don't care if we make it or not. I just kind of want the development. That's the thing I'm focused on. Like I want to see Kuminga and JJ together, see how they fit. I want to see Zach get more minutes and have the opportunity to get in rhythm. I want Dyson to be able to get his confidence back from his shot. See a Kongwu and see if he's gonna be at least on the team, and if not, do we move off of him? Like those are the things I'm really focused on. If we make the playoffs, I'm fine with that. I've never been against making the playoffs. It's just I know DeMond might not like this, but the way the Hornets and the Heat are playing and everyone else above us, bro, it's gonna be tough, man, because everybody's hot at the same time. That's the bad. That's the bad part.
But at the same time, I have more faith in Charlotte staying consistent than Miami, because Miami is they're profiting off of kind of the similar thing that we are. They have a light schedule.
It's like I get what you're saying, Ryan, and that's true, but it's kind of like what we're doing. They're taking advantage.
No, yeah, that's what I said. But I have more faith in Charlotte staying consistently good versus Miami.
I won't be honest. I don't want to face Charlotte in the play-in. I don't. I do not. The way they're playing, the way how together they are, that's going to be a dogfight. That's going to be
Probably playing. Or if the season ends right now, I think we're playing Orlando.
I think
we play Charlotte.
Yeah, we play Charlotte.
So we play Charlotte. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't. And it's not. We play Charlotte.
Yeah, because Charlotte's hungry, man. They tired of being. I know we are too, Damon. But remember, here's my thing. I don't trust Quinn in those moments. Okay. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I can understand.
I don't trust Quinn when the game is on the line to make the right adjustments. I don't.
I think we beat the Hornets.
No, I think talent-wise we can beat them. It's the coaching that I got a problem.
Okay. I mean, I ain't gonna disagree with you because I'm not a Quinn supporter. So
yeah, that's the thing. The talent, I believe we can stick with them and we can beat them, but can you optimize the talent? Quinn did a good job yesterday putting Dyson on Giannis when the Congo was getting, clapped. But can you do that repeatedly? That's my thing. Is can you make because like Marion said, Quinn's biggest problem is I've rarely ever seen him outcoach somebody else. He always gets outcoached by somebody. Always. And it's frustrating. That's why I want him out of here.
Spoelstra not bad. He's a championship coach, but I mean, I think we beat the Hornets. Personally, I think, and this is why I think the schedule is set up for us right now to build confidence and chemistry.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, I agree.
And you're starting to see that by when you look at the Wizards games, you're starting to see that. By why do I say that? Because we jumped on a bad team early, never look back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Then you see us play last night, right? And I have to give Quinn Snyder credit. He didn't wait to the second half, right? To put Dyson on Giannis, right? He did that. I think he did that early because O was getting smoked, okay?
Yeah.
By Giannis.
Bad.
So, I mean, but I can understand why people, because Quinn's playoff record, playoff history is not good. Okay. That's not an opinion. That's just a fact.
That's just facts.
Yeah.
Leads, Blue being the number 1 overall seed.
He had a 3-1 lead. Yeah.
Never made it to a conference final. So, I mean, I can understand when people say, hey, I don't trust Quinn. Here's the thing. What about Quinn you don't trust in a play-in game? Because right now, if a season started today, it's a win, go home play-in game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the reason why.
What about Quinn you don't trust in a play-in game right now? Now, I'll say this. That last time he was in a play-in, it didn't look too good with Murray and Trey. Right. It didn't look good the way we lost to the Bulls. Okay. No. So I understand why people will be kind of a little back on Quinn Snyder.
Well, can I say this real, Damon? You can go back last year. We had 2 chances to make the playoffs, and he blew it twice.
Yeah, like, and it goes back to him not playing certain players.
Yeah.
And he'd be late on his rotations too.
Our best 3-point shooter in the second half of the season played 3 minutes in both.
3 minutes. Total. Yeah, 3 minutes
in both games, and we needed some shooting out there, and he didn't play him. So I mean, I can understand why people are suspect about Quinn Snyder.
Because I've noticed this too. Like if we get down by at least 6, Quinn will just throw a bunch of shooters out there and tell them to shoot us back into a game.
Yeah, that 3-guard lineup out there. Yeah, just throw it out there just for desperation. Because Ryan, he ain't gonna prioritize defense. He's always gonna prioritize.
Well, the problem is this though, man. The NBA is basically ran off analytics, and the 3-guard lineup numbers say he needs to play it. So I mean, like, what do you say when
isn't our best offensive lineup CJ Dyson or CJ Dyson? No, Jalen and Nyeka.
Nyeka. That's our starting 5. That's why he had.
Yeah. At one point they was a plus in 86 minutes. They were like a plus like 50 or something like that. It was crazy, a crazy number. But like we understand that the NBA is pretty much ran off analytics, so it's just a matter of time till they go to that, right? So it's hard to argue. Well, it's not hard to argue the three-guard lineup. I will say this. It's some instances where he shouldn't go to a three-guard lineup depending on what the other team has on the floor when it cut, because we lacking in the rebounding and we lacking in paint protection. And the three-guard line doesn't solve any of those issues.
Solve any of that.
Right.
No.
And another thing too is like if we're up, we have a tendency to take our foot off the gas. Instead, like if we're up like 12, a lot of teams can typically come back against us and get ahead of us instead of us going from like being up 12 to being up like 22.
Yeah, we always have those quarters to Ryan's point where we just
but see that goes back that goes back to the point that I was making. These last 4 games, you don't see that right now.
Yeah, we kept our foot on the gas.
We did.
You saw the Hawks. You know what I liked about that Milwaukee game last night? I like the fact that at one point in the first quarter, we was down 15.
Yes.
Yep.
Hawks didn't panic. We just kept plugging away. We was down at half. By that time we ended the death quarter, we was up, 9, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe no less than that.
Because I think we missed our first, 6 shots.
But also did Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The Hawks just smashed on the gas in the fourth quarter. And next thing I know, it turned into a blowout. It turned to a blowout that fast. In the middle of that fourth quarter, it was pretty much a back and forth game.
The other thing I will say this too. The other thing that's helped us a lot, not just the easy schedule, we finally kind of healthy for the first time.
Knock on wood.
In a long time in this season.
That helps.
So when you're building chemistry, having everybody on deck outside of Kuminga with his knee, which I totally am fine like them resting him because he is basically your best asset right now, depending on how the season goes. You want everybody to be healthy, but I'm glad that we finally are healthy because the last 3 years, the injury bug has killed us bad when it comes to trying. When we finally get out of the mud, we got a key guy going down, whether that's Jalen, whether that was Trey, whether that was Zach, whether that was Dyson. We would never be able to get that cohesion because somebody would
rolling out Dom Barlow and Mo Gay starting in the play-in.
Yeah, so hopefully this good fortune will continue, and we can just stay healthy for the rest of the year. If we stay healthy, I'll feel more confident that we can make the playoff. But even then, like I said, Quinn's my biggest issue. That's what I was telling Damon when he was saying, do you want us to lose? No, I just don't trust Quinn, man. Like Marion's talking about, I'm glad he's here. It's he gets out coached too many times in big pressure moments. I don't trust the coach that seems to always go with the analytical and not just with the eye test and go with what works. Yeah. Go with the hot hand. I'll say this and I'll close. Remember against the Hornets, Zach had his perfect game this season. He did everything right. And when we needed him on the court, Quinn put him on the bench and we lost that game. So is that type of incompetence that scares the snot out of me when it comes to Quinn.
I feel you. What's good, Marion?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Marion?
Enjoying the win streak. I've been listening. I agree. I think that one of the things that we have to be concerned about with Quinn is his player rotation. It's never really been good. And I don't think that he pays enough attention to detail to know how to stop a team. We've been very fortunate because we've been playing teams who have horrible perimeter defense. But there are going to be some teams that come along that play good perimeter defense that we're going to have to face. But I don't know if we have enough of them to stop us from making it to the playoffs. So I'm excited about that. But here's the thing, though. We have to stop trying to answer defensive lapses by saying, okay, y'all go out there and put up more threes, because once we start playing these teams that defend the perimeter, now here's the good news. We're going to have to learn how to score inside. And the good news is that we have JK and we have CJ who are good at scoring inside. I just hope that we develop our offense enough that we can work on scoring inside with our inside players when the three ball is not falling. Because even yesterday, in the fourth quarter, a little bit, we ran into a short span where we stopped hitting threes. And when we stopped hitting shots, when we stopped hitting threes, we look terrible out there. Because our defense still, I want to see our defense against a stronger offensive team. I think Philadelphia is going to be a good test on Saturday.
I would say this, to Marion, to your point, it also feeds into our defensive hustle, because if our offense ain't good, our defensive tenacity is just not there. Like, if we're slumping on offense, we start panicking on defense and trying.
Especially in transition when we're just dragging our feet.
Yeah, dragging our feet because the body language is off. We're not really engaged as much. So, it's weird. It should be the opposite way, but our offense feeds our defense when it should be our defense feeding into our offense.
In actuality, though, over the past couple of games, I have been excited watching the second team come in, because there's something about that second team with JK, Zach, and
Gabe Vincent and Jack.
But Landau.
Landau. Yeah.
They tend to play a better brand of defense than our starters. A little bit.
They do.
I think because they're more physical. Even Zach, who needs to put on weight, he plays a little bit better because he gets up on his man and he's more physical. We don't see that with CJ and JJ. That's a disastrous defensive pairing. But we've been making it. So I just hope that we can, and double O, I just hope that we can overcome that. But Saturday is going to be a good test because Tyrese Maxey, watched them play Utah. Tyrese Maxey is going to press our defense. He's going to press our ability to run, and he got that young dude from Baylor with him. I can't call his name.
VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, that dude.
Baylor baller, baby.
That dude there is going to be something. I understand that Con Canipula is going to be probably the rookie of the year, but I think Edgecombe might have a better career because that dude.
He and Maxey are going to be one of the best backcourts in the league.
They're scary, man. They're real scary.
That backcourt in Philly is going to be nasty for years to come if they can't stay together.
That's that Baylor baller, baby.
But I agree with Marion too. Is I love Gabe Vincent. I was a fan when we got him because he's we haven't had a good backup point guard in a long time. And even though he's not a scorer, he can shoot the three. He's a great defender. He's a physical defender, and he knows how to calm everybody down and get everybody in their sets. Like if you see him in Kuminga, he passes. He ain't like CJ where he passes when he ain't got no other choice, or like Naw when he doesn't have a choice. He actually tries to set his guys up to put them in great position, whether that be Kuminga, Zach, Landell. And I don't know if Marion or y'all would agree with me, but if I had to pick between sliding CJ back or Gabe back, it'd be Gabe Vincent all day for me because we need a backup. And having hit, when you have whoever guard you get for the draft, you can have Naw and Gabe Vincent in the backcourt, and you got a phenomenal defensive backcourt coming off the bench and a great scoring backcourt coming off the bench that can actually be very synergistic with each other, in my opinion.
I think it just looks that way. I think it looks that way because when you have CJ and Naw out there, you got Naw who I don't believe can make good passes.
No.
And you got CJ who really don't want to pass.
No.
Yeah.
And that's your guard tandem. It looks bad. It looks bad because we don't get the ball. And that's why when you put Gabe out there, he's a willing passer. He spreads the ball around a little better. So does JK. We look better when the ball is flowing, and it even makes Quinn look better. But our weaknesses really are that JJ loves to pass the double O. And I watched this joker last night. He threw a cross court pass through traffic to double O. He got stolen, and Zach was sitting right to his left,
in the corner,
right to his left, wide open. And he looked at him and looked him off. I was like, "What are you doing?" I mean,
CJ McCollum did that too because Zach was hot in the third quarter, and Zach was once again wide open. The
worst people that does that is CJ McCollum and Kispert.
Yeah,
for some reason they don't want to. Well, I know CJ wants to take the shot because he's working on a contract.
He's working on a contract.
But Kispert, I don't understand what Kispert's thing is. I don't know if something happened in practice, but he will not pass to Zach.
He played bad yesterday,
and he don't pass the Mo. He don't pass the Mo either. He don't.
Yeah,
pass
he played horrible. I think he was one of the rare dudes that had a minus on the team, if I remember. Corey Kispert, like, and he always be the one with the minus, and yet when we blow teams out, and I'm like, dude, how can you be the only one with the minus on the team while we're blowing guys out? Like, how bad are you playing?
Dark Basket say it's premeditated not to pass to Zach. It has to be part of the game plan. What y'all think about that?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because I think Quinn feels about Zach the same way Steve Kerr felt about Kuminga. I don't think he really wanted him. I'm gonna be honest. I believe the rumor that he wanted Klingon over Zach, personally speaking. But at the same time, it's like I was telling Mike. I said, you talk smack about my midget, but that midget did everything he could to make your French poodle look good because he was good. Now that you got guys that are just ball hogs, Zach can't really, because they talked about it last night. Jay Billis, he said majority, 80% of his buckets come from assists. Zach's buckets come from assists. He's more of an off ball cutter, elite off ball guy. But if you don't have a facilitator that can set him up, he can't flourish in that role.
Well,
I mean, we even said that when Trae Young got traded. I was like, the person that's going to get hurt the more is
Zach. Exactly.
That's why this offseason Zach just need to focus on ball handling. Once he gets the ball handling down, and when I say ball handling, get it down, I mean just get an average NBA handle. It don't got to be I ain't asking for Kyrie Irving. I'm just asking you to be able to dribble the ball down court without fumbling and bumbling like he usually do, which,
he did Southside. I'm sorry.
He looks like a young giraffe. He looked like he literally just grew into his body. That's why you see all this fumbling and bumbling. But once Zachary Richardson gets the handle improved, one, it'll keep him on the court. Okay.
Yeah.
Because his defense is just getting up there now.
Yeah.
Two,
can I just say something real quick?
He won't need nobody. If he can handle the ball, he doesn't need nobody to get him the ball.
Right.
I wanted to just correct something because chat let me know he was actually plus 21. I thought it was minus. I misread it. So he
no. What's crazy is that Zach was -6. That was crazy, Paul.
That was the one I was confused about. I was like, dang, which was weird because he was 4 for 7. Played great defense.
It's based off of who he's on the court with.
I hate. That's why it's like sometimes with that stuff, the guys that make it like they're plus 21, they didn't do much. Because if you look at Corey Kispert and what he did, he didn't do really much of anything last night outside, I think, 1 3 or 2 threes. Zach had more impactful. Zach had more impact in his moments.
One quick thing. Let me address Gabriel right quick. Gabriel said that we don't know how basketball is played because we're saying that Nall and CJ are ball hogs. And the truth of the matter, Gabriel, is that we don't have an ISO team anymore. We're not an ISO team. We are a ball movement team. So when you have ball stoppers like CJ and Nall, it makes the offense look bad. I mean, it starts to take away from guys, and then all of a sudden you see guys lose their confidence in the offense. And that's what we saw a lot in the mid part of this year, is that guys were losing confidence, and you need to let shooters shoot. Some of these guys need to touch the balls to get a rhythm and so they can shoot. And you don't get that if you got one guy that dribbles the ball from the back court to the front court, and then he takes the shot every other time. That's not going to work. And then the times that he don't, you got another guy doing it.
But here's the thing. I have no problem with CJ McCollum shooting the ball because he's efficient and he's a 3-level scorer. But here's the big kicker, though, Marion. I believe that Quinn Snyder tells him to do that.
Oh, I don't disagree.
I think he's just going out there. I think he's just going out there following orders. Like now, CJ, he doesn't have with us. He doesn't have a lot of 3 for 15 nights. He's a very efficient shooter. He can finish at the basket. He can shoot this 3. So like me, and that's why I call him a professional scorer. I don't have a problem with him shooting the ball. But here's the tricky part. when you look at the stats at the end of the game, you would think he had like 20 shots. It'd be like he only had 12.
Wait a minute, Gabriel. You really gonna say that Luka and the Greek Freak are ball stoppers? Would they be giving all them assists and triple double? Come on, Gabriel, bruh.
Well, your
saying Luka's a ball stopper is the same thing of saying Trey's a ball stopper.
Your best players, outside of Curry, your best players will dominate the basketball. That's why they're the best players.
Best player. I don't.
And the only reason Curry didn't dominate the ball is because they just wanted him to get him open and shoot the three.
They ran him off ball a lot.
But guess what?
Off ball screens.
When he played at Davidson, he dominated the ball.
Yep.
Great players gonna dominate the basketball. It's just how it is because they're the best players. They can get you the buckets, right? They draw double teams. They can find an open guy.
Like, but don't you think that's part of the system, though, Demond? Because look at Boston. Do you think Tatum dominates the ball?
No, Brown and Tatum dominate the basketball. Both of them do. The ball is either one of their hands at all times.
I mean, Demond's right on that. You're always going to be giving your best player the ball.
Best players will dominate the basketball. Even your high assist teams, who dominate? Usually, you're going to have two people, okay? You think of your top team, it's two people who dominate the ball. SGA, J-Dub. Everybody else eats off them.
That's why I looked at Foot when he said about Trey's usage and other guys' usage. I was like, he's the best player on the team. Of course, he's going to have the highest usage. He's going to have the ball in his hands most of the time. That's just the way it is.
Because
it's just the way it is.
For Trey, you also got to add he's the point guard also.
Exactly.
Right? But even if you take that off, you want he been the best player on the team. They draw the attention. They get the attention, right? Which does what? Gets others wide open shots. That's why the Luka Doncic is averaging 8-9 assists. Because guess what? They sending two people like him. So somebody's open.
Somebody
find an open man.
Yeah.
Somebody open.
But like I say, when you look at the top team, it's two people who usually dominate the basketball.
So for us, who are the two people?
Right now, you got Jalen Johnson and you got Dyson Daniels. They dominate the basketball.
Even though Dyson can't score right now, which is weird.
He can't shoot.
He can't shoot.
What they do with Dyson Daniels is say, you can't shoot the ball, but we're going to find other ways for you to get involved. So Dyson, what do he do out there? Set screens, right? Now, here's your big difference right here with Dyson Daniels. If he could shoot free throws, some of his assists will go down. You know why? Because he gets a lot of his assists when he's
driving in the paint and
then throws it back out.
Yeah.
But if he kickouts, free throws or finish at the rim, he will be going to the line. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, people say that's not the system. That is the system. That is the system that Quinn wants, though.
Yeah,
but you really want a guard. You really want Dyson to be able to shoot the three. That's why, if you watch the games, watch when Jalen Johnson attack. He rarely go to the basket, and it's just one dude. Rarely. Because teams sag off of Dyson Daniels. And it makes Jalen Johnson. Now you're really going to see it. You'll really see it if we make the playoffs and teams try to slow the tempo down.
Yeah.
And you really got to create out of the half court. And
that's
you're
not
really
going to
see the paint. You're really going to see the paint get clogged.
That was my fear. That was my biggest fear when the trade happened. I said the half court is going to be a nightmare for us because we don't have anybody really that can slow it down outside of maybe Kuminga. Outside of Kuminga, because Kuminga.
Your problem is it doesn't really matter because even when Kuminga attack, it's going to be two dudes in there.
It's going to be two dudes exactly with Dyson.
And whoever on Dyson, they're going to sag off.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the thing.
Because teams don't game plan to stop Dyson Daniels.
Exactly.
They game plan to stop Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Well, they'll let Dyson Daniels listen. They would like if I was game planning against the Hawks, my whole game plan will be we're gonna try to stop Jalen. We'll let Dyson shoot whatever he wants. I wouldn't even send nobody out there. I would like do not go past the free throw line
because he ain't gonna shoot it anyway. He doesn't he hesitates.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Right.
But that's why the game plan with Dyson. That's why the game plan with Dyson should be to let Dyson do what he's doing and attack the defense.
Now, what they
need to be able to finish though,
and that's the problem. The problem is he don't want to go to the free throw line because guess what? Even if he couldn't finish, you would say just go and get the contact.
Yeah, get the contact.
But he doesn't want to go to the free throw line. That's the biggest difference you'll see between Dyson attacking and Kuminga. Kuminga not going to stop.
Yep.
And turn his back to the basket and pass it. He
going straight up with authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna foul him or he gonna finish.
He's gonna dunk it on you. He's gonna yam it on you.
Yeah.
Which
so,
I respect.
Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I will give Quinn credit. He has found a way to make Dyson Daniels impactful by setting screens. And if you look, it's almost like him and Double O. It's almost like they switch spots.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Oh,
they do.
Yeah.
And you'll see Dyson already down there
in the dunker spot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think Quinn Snyder, who likes shooting threes, I don't think he likes having a point guard that can't, a guard period that don't shoot threes. But I mean, it's really nothing you can do now.
And plus, his defense is so important. You can't really, Yeah, you can't bench.
Right. So his defense. Here's the thing, and we saw that last night with when Quinn makes the adjustment and puts him on Giannis. Like I said on X today, I said Dyson Daniels' defense on Giannis last night was a defensive player of the year performance.
Yep.
And that's what makes him so valuable. But your problem is when you get in the playoffs, because you have to remember the Bucks are not a good team.
Exactly.
When you get to the playoffs and you playing a team like the Hornets who got shooters, that's who you're facing the play. Miami who shoots the ball. And all the teams above us,
Orlando,
like the Knicks. When you got shooters, it's a different ball game then. Giannis, technically, he really not hard to guard when he has shooters with him, because you can build the wall and he's gonna pass it. The Bucks' problem is they don't have shooters.
No.
Now
you saw that in the second, third, and fourth quarter when their shooting came back down to normal.
Yeah. Well, they are the number one.
The problem is Milwaukee stopped moving the ball.
To be fair, Damon, they are the number one three-point shooting team, I think, in the league, if I remember.
Who, the Bucks?
Yeah, the Bucks, I think they are.
The Bucks don't have a shooting problem. They have an offensive
problem. Yeah.
Let me look. Hold up.
I believe so.
The ball don't.
When I first got on, y'all was talking about Boston, and I was wondering, just thinking about what we did with Giannis last night. Boston's big man has been playing pretty well. Do you think that we'll try to switch Double O off of the big man and put somebody else on him?
I don't know. Who's he gonna guard though? Marion? He's gonna have to either guard Brown or Tatum, one of those two.
No, but their big man is playing well too.
I know, but I'm saying if you're gonna switch him off of Keita, I think is his name.
Yeah, Keita.
You're gonna have to choose whether you want.
You're right.
Brown.
They number two.
Yeah, I thought that either
38%.
Yeah.
Wow, they got the highest percentage. They just ain't made the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they at in makes? Oh, my bad. You're right. They top 10. Hey, you're right. They in the league. I don't know what happened to them yesterday. Then
the ball stopped moving.
The ball, the foot point.
Fluid. That's what happened.
Yeah, the foot
offense
point
is not fluid.
Yeah,
the ball got stuck. The pass.
I mean, it got stuck with who? Giannis.
Yeah.
And Cam Thomas too. And Cam Thomas.
Giannis started doing too much one-on-one too. That was his problem.
Cam Thomas is just gonna shoot it. He's not gonna.
He ain't gonna pass it. That's Cam's.
Yeah.
He just chucks that up there.
He don't care what kind of shot it is. He's taking it.
He's taking it. Exactly, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, hey, we locked their ass up last night, so
Yeah. Last night was a good performance.
Good for us.
good game last night.
Yeah.
That was an outstanding game last night.
Like Demont, I forget what you had pulled up earlier, but it had Denver as like a bottom 5 in terms of, I think, offensive rebounds, which is surprising.
I saw that. That's crazy.
I was like,
damn, with Jokic, they still at the bottom?
I know Jokic has missed like 15, 20 games, but I didn't know it was that bad. I know he's close to missing the limit of being able to make a All-NBA team.
Wow.
But the schedule is sitting real nice for us right now. All the games off,
it
time
is
to cover, and you're not playing a lot of contenders. So I just want to see how Quinn end the season. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's my
trying to see.
thing.
Does he make Kuminga
Why
a
not have the
starter?
team in the season? They
Huh?
weren't playing.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Here,
That's not what I'm talking
He
about.
go leave it off the coach again.
I mean,
That's not what I said. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I said I want to see how Quinn end the season because I want to see, does he start Kuminga this year? That's what I'm trying to see.
Because I mean, we're 2.5 games out of the 6th seed right now.
Why do you think Kuminga should start? Everybody answer that.
Because he provides pressure at the rim. He can finish at the rim. We don't have that in the starting lineup.
Who you
Better
starting
athlete, huh?
Who you starting him over?
He could take out either Null or McCollum.
No, he need to take out no, not McCollum.
I mean, either or. I mean,
no, it's not either or. He need to take out no.
Either or. He could take out either one. I mean, it don't matter.
I love CJ.
I don't think y'all value. I value CJ more than most probably.
Well, the reason
I told everybody he's gonna.
The reason why I say it doesn't matter is
you don't value defense then if that's the case.
Yeah.
He didn't start CJ when CJ first got here.
I know that, but what I'm saying when he first got here, I told everybody CJ gonna finish the game because you need a professional scorer in that damn team.
Oh, I don't disagree with that.
I'm
just trying to see where the coach's mind is at when it comes to a guy like a Kuminga. That's all I'm saying. Does he start him? Does he? I
actually like him coming off the bench. If we gonna start him,
I'm not. Like I said, I'm just trying to see what Quinn does. That's what I'm trying to see.
I'll say this. I'll answer Foot's question. The reason why I want to see it is I think Ansi wants to see if JK and JJ can coexist. And if they can't, that kind of you can then have a little bit of optionality, quote unquote, to figure out whether you want to keep him on the bench or if you want to trade him somewhere else.
Well,
or
you ain't gonna trade him.
You don't need to stop trading.
No.
He's not getting traded.
He ain't getting traded. That's a no-go.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, y'all right. Yeah.
He's the best athlete on the team.
You're right.
My answer is that I don't think that we ought to start JK. I like the chemistry that we developed with our starters. I like the chemistry that our second team has developed. Plus, I think that putting JK in with JJ and Dyson, I think that would cause a little bit of a spacing issue in the long run because now you basically clogged up. A team can actually clog up the paint and stop both Jalen and JK at the same time. I'd rather have him coming off the bench being an energizer to the second squad, where he'll have some decent shooters also. So
let me ask you this, Marion.
I agree with you, but I agree with
Marion,
wholeheartedly. But I don't think it's because of spacing. But I don't think they could especially all the hell on the floor from an offensive standpoint. I think they wouldn't do well together, in my opinion. You still need that.
Hey, Marion, what do you think about starting Kuminga next year?
Oh yeah,
that's what I think they're going to do. I think they're going to start
Probably.
him next year.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Definitely.
But it's funny you say that what you said, Marion, because I think the lineups with Kuminga and Ricochet together have been positive in terms of not only just Zach doing his thing and Kuminga doing this thing, but it's also been helping the team just because, you could say that Zach's not feeling the pressure of being a starter and, he's got a guy with him, that can do his own thing.
Yeah.
That Zach doesn't have to be the focal point.
Yeah, and like to Ryan's point, Damon talked about it. Kuminga also knows what Zach is going through, like feeling like you're being alienated by your coach. And I've seen Kuminga, like I said before, the biggest thing I've liked is him trying to get Zach more involved and feed him the ball. Yeah, and help him get into
Zach
the
hasn't been alienated by the coach. Y'all keep thinking that the kid hasn't been ready.
Okay,
and just like Quinn talking about coming out just like Quinn talking about, it's best for him to take the pressure off him from coming off the bench, specifically because of that. I mean, you can see that's just what I'm saying. But I'm gonna make my point. I'm gonna say this about Kuminga. I said this when we got him. I wouldn't be surprised he get moved eventually. I wouldn't.
That ain't happening.
Because well, I'm just saying. So
that's kind of how I feel too.
That ain't happening. That's Auntie's guy, bro.
Auntie.
I'm saying not because of his ability to play, but I'm looking at he's already at 20 million this year. 20
million.
And you got team option for 25, right? Next year.
Yeah,
24.
24.
They could pick it up and maybe give it a year, see what's up. But when you start, what they gonna pay him? You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Foot's right.
What they gonna pay him? You got all this other stuff.
We got the money, Foot.
What are y'all talking about?
You're still building the team, right? Then you're talking about these picks, because they're gonna keep them. I mean, we'll see. I'm not saying that's gonna happen.
I'll say this to Foot's point. Like this could be like there's only two options this could go if you start him with JJ. It either is Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, or it could be DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, where it just don't work. And you don't want to Foot's point, make all that money, and you're trying to make two guys that just don't work together, and you have to choose to get rid of one.
Because next season, we only have 10 guys under guaranteed contracts next season.
Oh, no.
10 guys.
No, less than that. Because we got a lot of non-guaranteed contracts.
You not, bro. Let me tell y'all. Kuminga is not getting moved. Okay?
I'm not saying
unless it's Ant-Man. Unless we get Ant-Man back, I don't see it happening.
Number two,
I'm saying don't be surprised because he ain't showed me that yet. That said we need to keep.
He averaging 21 points.
Wait, he hasn't showed you anything?
Hold on. He averaging 21 points, almost 7 rebounds and 3 assists.
Okay.
Off the bench.
In 3 games coming off the bench. Okay. He is already our best player. He's already the best athlete on the team. That's a no-brainer.
Facts.
Listen,
when you have Dominique Wilkins calling you like that, he looks like Dominique. That tells you something.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm not saying
he will have a legitimate shot to be a starter on the Atlanta Hawks because that's Auntie's guy. He knows Kuminga.
Yes,
it ain't like he's worked with Kuminga already. He knows it's the reason why he went and got this guy.
I'm gonna say this. If we keep him, somebody else gonna drop.
I don't care. Drop somebody. I don't care.
Yeah, because
leaving Atlanta.
As of right now, like judging by next year's cap, and this is without the 2 picks that we got in this upcoming draft, we're 57 million under the first apron. 57 million.
Can I ask this question then to Foot's point? If it comes down to like both you see the talent and the ability, but the fit's not there, and you had to choose between Jalen Johnson and Jonathan Kuminga, who you choosing?
No. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, C. Wonder. Okay. Great players.
I know you want to say. Go ahead.
Good players make it work, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to me. They say the same thing about Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Okay, before they won all these games, when they was rookies, how you gonna make it work?
6 years.
How they gonna play together?
Mm-hmm.
Great players make it work. Okay, and your coach,
you got to get the right coach.
Okay,
let me make sure y'all understand. I'm not saying he's gonna be traded. I'm not saying I want him to be traded or moved. Right? I'm not saying that. I'm not even talking about his ability. His ability is great. And he's young. What do you got? 23, 24, whatever.
23.
He's 23.
Right.
23.
So this is not an indictment on him and his performance. I'm looking at it from a business standpoint and how this shit work. So that's why I'm coming to my being not surprised if it does. I'm not saying that whether we should or not, right? I'm just saying how it works.
Watch this.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Watch this.
That's
Kuminga right now, if he just maintained what he does now at 21 points, what's that? 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay. At $24 million next year.
Great
you telling me you can look at Dyson Daniels and
I was about to say that, Damon.
$25 million? But Kuminga not worth 24?
I was about to say that.
To me.
And
they the same age. Okay.
I'm not moving Dyson Daniels.
I will move Dyson Daniels before I move Jonathan Kuminga. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Because the no-brainer was what you saw last night.
I can teach somebody to defend. I can teach somebody.
I mean, you got Zach.
And he's
ain't no way I'm getting rid of a dude who coming off the bench.
Now what if Kuminga want more money? And
that is a valid point too. Yeah.
What does he want?
What's his number? Because he already making that. I mean, I'm trying to figure out when the hell.
It don't matter what his number. That's Ansi's guy.
Oh no, I know this is the guy. He saw me go to state.
Well, Ansi's pretty good at negotiating because Nickeil Alexander-Walker could have easily gotten a lot more than what we paid him.
Well, hang on, Ryan. He gave Dyson $25 million when he's been doing.
That's the one outlier. And plus, Dyson had a decent shooting season last year. So
you gave Dyson Daniels $100. Listen to me. You gave Dyson Daniels $100 million off 1 year.
On 1 year, you should have waited.
Off one. Listen, and I'm not.
Why should have waited? No, you got the cheap.
Listen, I'm not knocking Dyson Daniels. We just talking on the business.
Could have gotten it cheaper.
Yeah.
You gave him $100 million off 1 season, not 2, not 3. And you gave him $100 million in his first time ever starting. So I'm
not saying that you shouldn't give him money, right?
Bro, I will give Kuminga $30 million right now if he stay at 21.6 rebounds, and that's bench minutes.
Oh, I know.
I can't even imagine Quinn Snyder.
I'm not advocating against.
Hey,
I'm not surprised.
I'm giving Kuminga $30 million.
Yeah, I'll give it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just say. Hold on. Let me just say this. Talking about Dyson Daniels' contract. What if Dyson would have came back and had the same year that he had last year? The $25 million that we're gonna give him would look like snacks because he would have been a max contract player. I think what Ansi was doing is he said, I can get him on the cheap right now because he was he was all defensive team. He was
second in DPOY.
Second in defensive player of the year.
He didn't win second.
He was most improved.
Don't mean nothing.
He was the most improved. So he was at a projection that would have made him a max player. And you got Marion, here's the thing.
I'll go after Demar because I got
Marion. You gave him that off of 1 season.
You want him to do it again for a second season.
But
now
look.
Unaffordable. He was unaffordable.
Marion. Now look. If you sign him right now, you probably get him for $20 million.
Or no.
But if he would have repeated what he did,
but the only pushback I got to that, Damon, is that he wanted the Jalen Suggs contract, 5 years, 150.
You know what the best part is? We don't even got to do hypotheticals.
That was his age, not Dyson.
Because look now, look now. You could have saved another $5 million.
No, you couldn't. So you trying to say he ain't worth $25 million right now, Damon?
No, he wouldn't get $25 million first.
I said he would.
No.
See, y'all focus so much on his damn jump shots.
No,
that's important in today's NBA. As a guard, if you can't shoot, that's what
I need $5 million. But $5 million.
It's great. But if you can't shoot,
watch this. Find me a defensive guy who making $25 million based off 1 season. Who can't shoot the basketball, period.
You can't do that because Dyson is different than a defense. Who's comparable to Dyson? Who's comparable to Dyson?
Lou Dort.
Draymond Green. How much Lou Dort made?
Lou Dort, I think he makes less than Dyson, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he signed his
can
contract
shoot.
in a different year, though. You got to
But
look at
still,
when the contract
Marion,
was
my
signed.
point is and I agree with Damon.
But
I
you
get what
won't
you
give
guys are saying.
Kuminga 30 million.
I get what you guys are saying, but this is my thing. If you were telling your franchise player that this was going to be a prove-it season for him before you signed that extension, you should have done the same thing with Dyson too. In my opinion,
there wasn't no prove. It wasn't no prove it year for you guy. He was
yes,
already
it was. Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't.
You can say
Marion,
that, Foot, because I know you
it
hate him. I know you dislike him.
Marion,
And you want him gone.
Lou Dort is making $18.2 million a year.
My God.
Yeah,
But when did
18.
Lou
That's
Dort
way
sign
less
that
than
contract,
Dyson.
I got you.
Marion,
Lord.
here's the thing, Marion.
Lord.
Let me ask you this, Marion.
And he can shoot.
Hold up real quick, C1. Let me ask you this, Marion.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem if you was an owner or GM, whatever, to pay a player his market value? Would you have a problem with that?
No.
So if you waited to extend Dyson and Dyson came out and was shooting, doing everything he did this year defensively, but was shooting 35%, 36% from three, and a team offered him $30 million per for the next 4, would you match that?
I would have to.
Right, because it's market value. So that's why I said honestly should have waited and let the season play out, because in your head as a GM, you're like, I don't mind signing players to the market value, the value that the market set to the player. So what Ansi did, he basically gambled.
Mm-hmm.
He gambled and he hoped that Dyson was going to repeat what he did last year.
And he was
what a lot of fans are doing now, because
not waiting to see if he's gonna repeat.
Nobody thought that Dyson Daniels was gonna probably be one of the worst 3-point shooters of all time. Nobody
we didn't get him to be a 3-point shooter.
Nobody
got that. I'm going back to what Marion said.
No.
You got him at 25 million.
If Dyson Daniels
hold on.
No. Ain't no hold on. If Dyson Daniels did not shoot 30% from three last year, he wouldn't have got $25 million. He shot 34% from three last year.
So
okay?
What?
So they probably thought if he just repeats
obviously mostly to get threes, but having shooting threes is important in today's modern NBA.
Again,
that's a problem.
How many players? Here's the question: how many players in NBA history have gone from shooting 35% from three one season to shooting 11% the next?
Not many, I don't think.
Okay, so if that be the case, why would you think that he would drop this significantly? Because that's the only thing that is his problem. I've watched us play this season without Dyson Daniels, and we got the brakes beat off of us.
We got the brakes beat off of us. Respectfully, we got the brakes beat off of us when Dyson was in the lineup.
Hey man.
Don't play. We can definitely see that the defense
has changed this year.
All I'm saying is
facilitated this year.
All I'm saying is this,
No, he's more of a facilitator.
Nobody was going to give Dyson Daniels $30 million. That's one. Number two, right?
Wait a minute.
He is a career.
You saying that after if Dyson would have been a free agent this past summer,
he would have been restricted. We could have matched it.
We could have just matched it. That's what I'm just saying.
I'm just saying at that moment, you talk about market value. What was his market value this offseason?
Probably less than 25 million.
So you saying that no team would have gave him? You saying that the defense, the second guy defensive player of the year, the guy that had the most steals in dang near 40 years, you're saying that he couldn't have gotten shooting 35% from three, and was the chief reason why our defense looked good. And even after we lost most of our players, we still won 40 games. You're saying that guy, he wouldn't have been able to get 25 million from no other team this past offseason?
Did anybody else offer Dyson Daniels any money?
He wasn't up for free agent.
They couldn't.
Right. Exactly. So listen to me.
How it works.
Listen to me, Marion. Listen to me.
Hold on, Damon.
So Marion, I had no pressure. I'm glad, and that's why I asked y'all that, because I have no pressure as the GM to offer you anything.
Come on, it's about relationship with the
I
agent.
wait.
The agent got multiple players.
I
so
wait
guess what? If you
and
want him,
let
hold
the
on, Demond,
and
if
let
you want
you
him
play
part of
the
your
season,
program, you
Marion.
go ahead and lock him
And
up.
that's
It's simple as
Marion.
that. Not
That's
wait
why
till you see him
I
play
asked
around.
you. That's why I asked you, do you have a problem paying a player his market value? You told me no, you don't have a problem. So guess what? I wait. He performs whatever the market set. If I think the market, he's worth the market value, I give him a deal. He restricted. He ain't going nowhere.
Come on, check
Yeah,
this
you
out.
look at
Hold on,
you could have matched the
Come on,
contract.
check this out. So
I'm at the foot.
You saying wait, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. If this is the player is part of your future, what you want, you don't play around with. You build a relationship with the agent. Hold on, man. You build a relationship with the agent. There's no need to wait. Okay, if I can agree, I got my number. If he can agree to this number, I'm good. Lock his ass up. Oh, well, let me wait and see if I can get him his chief. That's almost kind of disrespectful if you want him. Go ahead, lock him up. 25 million is cheap.
That's smart business. You have a cap you working with.
It ain't about you. No, you
have a
holler
cap
so
you
much
are
about. Hold
working
on, man. You holler so much about the Hawks spending money, right? But now you talking about wait. No, if you're part of
you do wait. Because guess what?
No, you don't want to spend it recklessly.
Season, I bet
25 million is not reckless for Dyson. Because I would have gave him 30.
I bet money he wouldn't get for 100 million after this season.
I
guarantee that.
Last season,
hold on, Demond. Here's the thing. Y'all keep talking about his 100 million. He don't even make that yet. It ain't gonna be too much.
I don't want to. Come on, man. Let's not play schematics.
No,
come on now. We know what time it is for it. He don't make it. He only makes 7 million this year. We know that.
Okay, so why you keep talking about something?
All I'm saying is this: if the Hawks would have just waited, that's why I asked Marion,
why wait?
Do you have a problem paying a player what the market says he's worth?
Guess what?
Marion
he's gonna get more than that.
Nobody has a problem paying a player their market value.
I'll go after you, Marion.
I'm done,
man.
Right,
so here you go, Demond. Here's the thing. First, let's look at Ansi's position. Ansi's position is I only got this much money to work with because I know that my owner is not going to pay over the cap. He's not going to pay over the luxury tax.
How you know the owner not going to pay over the cap?
Because he never has.
You mean you may pay the luxury tax? We always
right.
Over the cap.
Yeah, he's never going to pay the luxury tax. And at the time, I had a lot of salaries that I was dealing with, and I had the opportunity to get this guy. I had an opportunity to get this guy who just had a historic defensive season for cheap.
It's not.
He was able to get him for cheap in comparison to what he would be.
This is what I don't understand about y'all. Y'all don't have a problem giving a guy 25 million
one last thing,
one season in 3. He has one good season in 3, but then when I say I would give Kuminga 25 to 30, and
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
He averaging 21, 6 rebounds, 3 assists.
You're right, Murph.
Like I'm crazy.
That is true, Murph. You did.
Now here you go, man. This is my last thing.
Y'all look at me like I'm crazy.
I forgot about that. We did do that.
Come on, I just got a question. Hold on. Let me get this question in. Here's my question.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Did you have this same feeling? Did you have the same fight when we gave Jalen $30 million per?
Yeah. I said
he had never finished the season. He had never finished the season with us.
My motto has never changed.
With us. Did you have
my motto has never changed. That's why I asked you, do you have a problem paying a guy market value? If you don't have a problem doing that, then I don't have a problem saying, hey, I need you to go to perform. And guess what? We'll discuss your deal. We'll see what you're going to do. Because guess what? If you're a rookie and you're restricted and somebody want to come and give you some, and you say you have a good year, and the market says this guy is worth 25 million per,
nobody made
I don't have a problem matching that. I have
nobody had made an offer for Jalen.
Huh?
Nobody had made an offer for Jalen.
Demond, hold on. Mary, are you done?
I'm done.
All right. Look, I'm about to tell you.
I'm at the Mac.
I'm about to break it down for you, Mary, why it was a terrible deal. Okay, terrible.
As
a GM,
you're the wrong person to be talking, Matt.
You got a mute foot if you're gonna interrupt me. Okay, look, Marion, as a GM, I'm expecting you to know 3 things. a player's ability, their swing skill, understand the market, okay, and understand that player's value relative to the team. And those three aspects, honestly, failed. Understanding the market, okay? Understanding the player's ability.
Man, who the hell are you?
You would bring it back to Onsi.
Be quiet.
Matt is analyst of the year. You forgot he's Hawks analyst of the year.
Be quiet. I'm about to
Foxy's analyst.
My bad.
Don't forget Foxy's analyst.
Follow along. I'm about to help you out. Understanding
Watch your mouth now.
Understanding a player's ability and their swing skill. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Dyson, if you're a good GM and you can evaluate talent, you got to say, okay, what can this player do, and what is their ability to get to the next level, right? Everybody knew Dyson Daniels' ability to shoot would determine whether he was going to be a good player or a rotation player. Okay, like a good player, like a starter on a championship team, or just a rotation player. His shooting ability, that's called a swing skill. That's his swing skill. Okay, if I'm a GM and I know that player's ability to be able to shoot determines Jalen's ability to score in isolation. That's his swing skill, and that determines whether he's going to be a good player or a star player, whether he can create for himself in isolation. But Dyson, his ability to shoot was his swing skill. As a GM, I got to understand that and say, I'm not going to pay that player early until I know for sure whether he can shoot or not, because it determines his ceiling. 1, 2, understanding the market. Okay. If you understood the market, you understood last year, nobody had any money to offer Dyson anything. They couldn't because he was a restricted free agent. So you got to look a year ahead. A year ahead, there's only 5 teams with cap space. Portland, are they going to want Dyson Daniels? And they just re-signed Shaedon Sharp? Probably not. Brooklyn, they just signed 4 point guards, or they just drafted 4 guards in the draft. Are they going to want Dyson Daniels? Probably not. Washington, is Washington going to want Dyson Daniels?
Not now.
Last summer.
Not now.
Last summer. Are they going, after they drafted Bud Carrington, after they drafted Trey Johnson, are they going to want Dyson Daniels? Probably not. Right? And then who's the 4th team, Marion, that had cap space a year ahead? The Hawks. So Hawks were one of the 4 teams that had cap space. Okay, a year ahead.
You mean
this past summer, we were projected to have cap space going into this summer. We created more by getting rid of Trey, but we were just going to have cap space. So you got to understand, okay, what teams have cap space?
Free agent last year, though, right?
No, but that's why I say you got to look a year ahead and understand the market and say, okay, what teams have cap space? Because if you're going to let him test the free agency market, you're letting him test it against other teams with cap space. So you got to know the teams with cap space, know their rosters and what they need as a smart GM. So if I know only 3 other teams beside myself have cap space and the 3 other teams don't need a guard, why would I pay a guard a lot of money a year ahead, and I know whether his ability to shoot or not determines his ceiling? That doesn't make any sense.
It can get paid.
And then lastly, why you don't pay a guy early in Dyson's case, because the whole theory of getting Dyson Daniels was that Trae Young was a terrible defensive player. So we needed somebody in the backcourt to support him, right? But if you, honestly, and you're a smart GM and you're thinking ahead, as Demond always say, right? You're proactive. You know, I'm not probably going to build around Trey. Trey's probably not in my long-term plans. So I know that I'm going to get off of Trey at some point. So why would I sign a guy that's dependent and reliant on another guy as the premise for him being here? That doesn't make any sense.
Because the majority of Dyson's points came in.
Hold on. Now, let me just give one quick answer to Matt. First off, I disagree with your premise that we signed, or we should have signed Dyson because of his shooting. Because the truth of the matter is that we signed Dyson because of his defense. Period. Point blank. Period. He had shown that he was one of the best defenders in the game. He was defensive all first team, second in defensive player of the year, and he was most improved player.
Hold on.
No. He let you finish, Matt. You let him finish.
Let me finish.
I just had a question.
He actually shot better. He actually shot better than he's been shooting now. And really, the only thing that's the problem is his shooting now. Because if he shot 35% this year,
but he doesn't shoot 35%. I'm bringing that up, Marion. He don't shoot 35%.
Hold on, Marion. I got a question, Marion. You listed off the things, his awards and things that he won, right?
Sure.
I'm sure
that made the defense that made him the best defender.
No, man, let him finish, man.
He's finished. I have a question. I'm sure you read the CBA, Marion. Most improved player. How much does that add to your contract value in the CBA?
0.
All defensive team means that you can be a max player, though. Right?
Hold on, wait. All defensive team
means that you can be a max player.
No, Marion, it doesn't. You got to win defensive player of the year.
Yeah, that's right.
Coming runner up a defensive player of the year. How much money does it add to your value in the CBA?
No.
0.
Make it all NBA defensive first or second team. How much money does that add to the value of your contract? 0. So all the things that you're naming, his agent can name those things, of course. But y'all take the side like we work for Dyson Daniels. Of course, this agent going to mention that stuff. But if I know the CPA, I know that none of those things add value to his contract.
It doesn't matter when it comes
to bro. Yeah, that's not how business is done. Like, I mean, like, what y'all saying makes sense if business was actually done like that. But that's not how it's done at the top. Foot was right. It really is about relationships, especially in those businesses, because you got to work. Those same agents work with multiple clients.
I'm about to look up Dyson Daniels' agent. Hold on.
Who is Dyson Daniels' agent?
I'm about to look him up.
I got you.
You
Who
can.
is Dyson Daniels' agent?
Hold on.
Daniel Moldovan and Alex Serratis.
Hey, I'm going after Jay. I'm going after Jay.
You can. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
They're not big time like that, man.
Listen, but that doesn't matter because it's still a relationship-driven business. Even if your agent is not big time, they likely work for a big time agency. And when it's
when I say your agent information, not big time, that's what I'm talking about, Jay. Their agency is not big time. Meaning,
who does he work for? Who does he work for?
The agents are only good as the players they represent. If you're not representing superstars,
but you're not understanding the power of listen.
If you're not, bro,
CAA, Demond, listen, CAA clutch. They have more agents than just Rich Paul and the bunch. It's a whole bunch of other agents that work for CAA.
That's what I'm saying. Do they
inside
work
of that organization?
But no, those guys work for Australia agency.
Exactly. Like I said, they're not on the level of a clutch or CAA. So those
they represent
Jennifer Lopez.
You're not understanding what we're saying, man. You're not understanding what we're saying. What we're saying is like what we're saying.
But you're trying to put two random agents who work for a non-major agency when it comes to the NBA. You trying to put them on the same level as a clutch. That's not.
But no, that's not what you said. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying all of these agents and agencies talk amongst each other and talk within themselves. They don't think that your negotiation with said player doesn't make it to a CAA or to a clutch. There's a reason why Trey changes his representation. Everybody in the
think they are.
Listen, I'm just telling. All I'm saying is, it's a real. I'm saying, man, y'all keep cutting me off.
All right,
all I'm saying is, it's a real thing with the relationships with business. The Hawks are our organization that tries to stand by. Every organization really should strive to do that. Like all the organizations that win, they strive to stand by their reputation of doing good business. And so if you are a general manager and you saw Dyson Daniels take over 200 attempts and shoot 35%, he won most improved, you're trusting his work ethic. It's a bad look to play those kind of restricted free agency games on players that are coming into the organization that are doing what you asked them to do. Everybody behind them is watching that negotiation. So if you sit there and tell Dyson, hey, Dyson, we love how you come in. You the first. All the good things they say about this dude. He's a great locker room guy, great team guy, great me guy, has a great work ethic. If you doing him like that, what type of example are you setting for other free agents and other young guys that want to come into the organization?
I'm saying
it don't make no sense.
But
His agents work on the octagon. His agents on the octagon. They ain't no run by the mill.
Let me hold on, Demar. Let me finish. I wasn't even done.
Because you know what? Championship organizations, they don't do that, Jay. They don't sit there.
No, that's not true. They don't play those games. Listen, the Boston Celtics, when they gave Jaylen Brown his first contract, people said that was overpay for Jaylen Brown and his rookie scale extension. People say that.
But not the same player, my boy.
No, I'm saying Jaylen Brown, but that's the thing, though. Jaylen Brown didn't have his breakout till year 4.
But guess what? If Dyson Daniels could shoot the ball, this conversation never is not being had.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Your second contract is not about the player you are right now. No, Demar. What I'm saying about the second contract is it's not about the player you are right now. Teams are paying you for the player they think you will be doing.
Under the CBA, that's not true.
Matt, again. You are looking at it in a rigid sense of business, and that is not how these GMs in the leagues work.
But Jay,
it is about relationships.
But Detroit just did this with Jalen Duren.
But Jalen Duren didn't have Jalen Duren did not have a massive breakout as a player last year. He looked like a regular starter.
He averaged more points than Dyson Daniels. What are you talking about?
He didn't have no big breakout last year. And Jalen Duren's case is different.
Jalen Duren does affect the game. What y'all talking about?
He is an all-star. What you mean?
Jalen Duren is a different type of negotiation. You pay guys early for 2 reasons. One, they're a max player. If you got a young dude, that looks like a star, you pay him early because it's easy. It's a max. Everybody else that's getting extensions early are guys that are taking what you feel are team-friendly deals.
But Jay,
that's how it works. If Dyson Daniels could shoot the ball, he'd be worth more than $25 million.
But Jay, he can't. 1 and 2. The reason why I have a problem with that, Jay, is because Train Langdon, the president for the Pistons, said the same thing Demond did. They asked him why he didn't resign Dorn. He said he just came into the job. He wasn't sure of his development arc. He wanted to give it another year. And
different ideas, different thoughts about the player. That's why.
If he proved to be that type of player, he would have no problem paying him. And now they're about to give him $40 million a year.
It's the same thing. It's the
they're number one in the East.
How's that not the same? That's so crazy.
It's the same thing.
They're number one in the Eastern Conference, but they're number one in the East.
It's the same thing, man. Listen, all I'm saying is this.
Doran got offered a contract. He wanted a max. He played.
This is all I'm saying, okay? I don't understand how people can sit here and tell me that Dyson Daniels is worth 25 and Kuminga is not worth 25.
Who said Hey, Damon, I'll give you guys a worse person. The Orlando Magic offered Jalen Suggs $32 million a year.
No, 35
Jalen
million,
Suggs.
right. It's 35 million.
Yeah.
My fault.
Okay, what about
million? He got the max.
He got the max.
He got the same contract Jalen Johnson got. It's like 30.
No,
so
he got more.
Okay,
he got more.
Yeah, he got like $1 million or $2 million more. Yeah.
But
no, he got $5 million.
But Jalen Suggs is having similar shooting struggles to not as bad as Dyson, but similar struggles in terms of offensive. And Jalen Suggs can't stay healthy.
See what Jalen Suggs doing this year. Let me look.
But Ryan, just because one team makes a bad contractual mistake doesn't mean you have to do it.
Can I say?
Yeah, but my thing is it's a commonplace thing. It's not just the Hawks that are doing it.
Hang on, let me just say this because I have to get off right quick. Appreciate the time with you guys as always. I understand both arguments because when Dyson came in here, I was a Dyson Daniels fan, and I still am for partly. But my biggest issue is what Foot told. He said it's a mental issue. And I can understand having a mental issue when it comes to shooting, but this reminds me of Ben Simmons and Dyson Daniels. It does, and for this reason. They're very similar. They're both.
Ben wouldn't even go to the damn hole.
Different.
The whole
It's completely different.
Okay, well, listen, for the sake of the argument, you're right, because you guys are right. Ben Simmons didn't even go to the hole, so that's fair. I got to give
Ben Simmons just stopped playing basketball, period.
Ben Simmons is better than Dyson Daniels.
But my point is this. They both did a lot of similar things. They were great rebounders.
Right now they are.
They were great rebounders. They were great facilitators. They were also great. Obviously, they're both great defenders. But the thing that we see with Ben Simmons is that obviously it was his mental makeup. He just, when things went wrong, he basically shrunk. And the fact that we're seeing that with Dyson, especially when it comes to his shooting and his free throw shooting and not really wanting to go and drive as much, that's a concern for me. I'm praying this is just
He goes for the basket every game.
Hang on. Hang on. Let me finish.
He just doesn't shoot threes.
No, that's not it.
Never.
That's not it, Jay.
He doesn't attack and finish at the basket. He attacks and he turns his back away from the basket.
Right, but y'all not understanding. He turns away from his back, but he's looking for cutters. He's like
because he can't go to the free throw line
because he doesn't like
okay, but he's over. But again, he is able to find the guys and make the plays.
Listen, Jay,
he's keeping the offense moving. Like y'all not understanding. His role is not to score.
Kuminga can do the same thing.
That's some BS, Jay.
Still aggressive and goes to the hole. And he
I don't know if Kuminga could do it at the level Dyson.
That's some BS.
I see Kuminga as a good.
Are you serious?
I'm with you, Jay.
Show me
Kuminga as a better than Dyson Daniels right now.
But that's not what we were talking about. Like everybody knows Kuminga, but see that Demond, everybody knows that.
Ain't no way.
No one on here said that Dyson Daniels was better than Jonathan Kuminga.
But Jay,
nobody said that. We just said as a playmaker getting in there and looking for guys, I like Dyson better than Kuminga.
Hang on.
T-Wonder's got to go. He needs to make a point.
He don't want to go to the free throw line.
Okay,
don't act like you don't see it, Jay. Who else drives in the basket? Stop in the lane.
Come on, let's see one go.
Bro, he's looking for cutters, open shooters, bro.
Jay, I would agree.
It is playmaking. 1,000%.
Jay, I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
Are y'all not seeing the kind of passes Dyson Daniels be making?
Hang on, Jay. Hang on. I gotta go.
Jay, stop it.
I'm not saying. I already said that he is a great playmaker. I didn't say that Dyson wasn't. I'm saying he is afraid in the paint. He misses a lot of bunnies. There's times where he doesn't really like going to contact as much. Now he's gotten better.
Dyson?
What? Yeah, Dyson. He doesn't really like these misses bunnies. He does.
Show me what he missed.
He'll miss bunnies. I mean, everybody misses.
And there's times where he shot away from contact. Now he's gotten better. Jay,
nobody shoots 100% from the field.
Nobody shoots 60%. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you guys. Like, please let me finish.
You actually did though, but okay.
Okay. But he does shy away from contact. Now he's gotten better in the last few games because he actually has gone more. And I love the aggressiveness and the mindset because you can't be scared because you don't know how to hit freeze. But even when it comes to him, how he's learning how to shoot, his shooting mechanic is off. They had to have a guy reteach him how to shoot because he doesn't know how to properly put the ball in his hand. That's a problem. That's a big problem.
Dyson Daniels makes a lot of shots.
If you have forgotten how to shoot, like a Markel Fultz.
He makes a lot of shots, bro.
Like a Markel Fultz.
Dyson makes a lot of shots, bro.
He didn't make a three. I'm talking about threes.
He makes
a
air
ball
again,
he
bro.
had
Like,
last night.
Capping,
Did you see that air ball he had last night?
Look. We know where Dyson
No, you
is
don't,
deficient.
because you keep making excuses for what's
no one's making excuses for it. Nobody
is.
Hit the side of the
Here's
backboard.
the thing.
Bro,
You guys have to
what
understand.
we're saying
This
is
works.
he's not asked to do those in a row.
He has to work. This works in the regular season. But like DeMond says and others have said, when this is the playoffs and you have centers that are guarding him and clogging up the paint that's keeping JJ from going into the paint, Kuminga from going into paint, because they already got the shot blocking center there because they're guarding Dyson and they know that Dyson's too scared to shoot. If that continues, that's going to limit our ceiling from trying to get higher in the playoffs. That's the problem that we need to monitor.
Bro, that you're only talking about, and the only thing you guys are talking about right now is for this season. The Hawks did not get Dyson Daniels.
If it continues, that's the problem, Jay.
Okay, then if it continues, you would get off the contract. But you don't
take that contract.
Hold on, real quick. This conversation started because I said Kuminga is worth 25 to 30 million.
Kuminga is definitely worth 25 to 30 million.
I just want
who said he wasn't?
Jay, Murray, and Kool-Aid to understand why this conversation started. That's the only reason Daniels has been brought up, because I said Kuminga is worth 25 to 30 million. Now, if you disagree with that, that's why.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, see.
That's why Dyson Daniels money came up. So it's not we just bashing Dyson Daniels contract. I'm saying
Yeah,
I don't know, Demond. I don't know if I can.
Dyson's contract to me is fair.
I don't know if I
Demond,
can give him that.
let me ask Murris.
Well, hold on, let me ask this one question.
Hold on. Let me ask Murris, then we're gonna go to Jay. Then we'll go to Matt. Murris, do you believe that Kuminga is worth an extension of $25 to $30 million?
Yeah, absolutely. I do.
Okay. Jay.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Especially if he stays healthy and keeps performing, he'd be worth more than that.
And that's
Yeah,
why this
I've always
whole
felt like
debate,
that too.
this whole debate that we done argued about for 50 minutes. This what it's all based on. Because some said he not worth 25 to 30 million.
Who said that though, Demond?
Who said
You
that?
did. Didn't you say that?
I'll say this.
Hold on, Murray. Let me say this.
Who disagreed with me? Who disagreed with me?
I did not say that. This is what I said. I prefaced it. I'm not saying that he's not worth it. I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks don't extend it. And I talked about the money and other stuff and all the other contracts.
What you say, Marion?
I said,
didn't he say that? Didn't he say that? Or
I did say that.
You talking about business. You said we got to talk about business.
Yeah, I ain't said because I ain't think he's worth it. I said I don't fuck what the Hawks gonna do. And I prefaced it. I said I'm not saying he's not worth it and then like that. So I don't know what the hell you would listen to.
Look,
wait.
Y'all my opinion on this conversation.
He's worth 25 to 30 million. Hold on.
So what have we been arguing about then? Because I said he's worth. I would give him 25 to 30 million. Somebody disagree. Who disagreed with me?
Nobody.
I mean,
Foot said the Hawks wasn't.
You wasn't here, Matt. You wasn't here. You wasn't here yet, Matt.
Oh.
Matt wasn't here yet.
No, Matt wasn't here.
But I didn't see nobody argue about it. None of us arguing about his worth. I even preface what my comment to make sure y'all didn't get it twisted. Saying he's not worth it.
Hold up. Marion and Ryan was here at the beginning. Somebody disagreed with me. That's why Dyson came
before I got on.
It was you. It was you. It was you. When you said we got I'm just talking about business.
Foot ain't
We're not
batting
gonna have them
1,000 no
next
more,
year.
man. He ain't batting
So
1,000 no more.
Mary, you said it me?
What's up, guys?
No, I did not say that.
It might have been misunderstood.
What I said,
okay, hold on.
And I prefaced it. Hold on. I said, I'm not saying he's not worth it. I just said it wouldn't surprise me if the Hawks don't re-sign him or extend him because he makes 20-some million right now. He's gonna want more. I said, wouldn't surprise me.
That's what you said.
Come on, listen.
25 to 30 million.
No, Demond. That I even said that don't mean I don't think he's not worth. I said that. I said before y'all start saying that I'm telling he ain't worth it. Let me say this. That's what I said.
So we argue.
Your ass argued because I asked you earlier. Like, who said that?
We argue for 50 minutes. So we argue for 50 minutes.
I don't think the Hawks gonna pay it.
That's pretty much.
I'm using your the stuff you be saying. I said because of that, I don't think the Hawks gonna pay it. I said I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. So what's good, Murs? Because we just argue for 50 minutes.
You argue for nothing.
I think so. When I was listening to you guys, I think what happened was someone said, "What happens if Jonathan Kuminga wants more than the 25 or 30 million?"
And that's I said that too.
Because what if I think now the question would be, Devon, I think we all agree 25, 30 million for Jonathan Kuminga is more than reasonable. But would you be willing to pay him 40 million a year? That's where the question really comes up. Like, because if he's making 10 million more than JJ, then you have to have a serious heart-to-heart about whether he's worth it at that point.
I agree.
At 25, 30 million, he's absolutely worth it. But when you get to like that 40 million threshold, that's when you're like, okay, we don't know about that. I think that's what may have led to this hour-long discussion or something.
Now, I agree with that, right? And
that's what I damn said.
No, you said if he asked for more.
I said
we don't know what more is.
What's up?
Right? What's good, Mike? My bad. Oh, my bad. Then we'll go to you, Kool-Aid. What's good, Mike? You about to say something?
Oh, wait. I mean, I was listening to the Dyson stuff. I mean, wanted to kind of touch on that. I feel like niggas getting a little carried away with Dyson, man. He's a solid player and everything, but y'all niggas getting carried away a bit, bro.
Oh, you can't tell Matt that.
You got carried away with Hanson Yang. What are we talking about?
If anything, y'all probably get
You
mad.
got carried away with the Hanson Yang.
Yeah, I mean, I think y'all are a bit. I mean, again, he's a solid player, but this great playmaker stuff and everything, y'all gotta reel that back. So I don't know if y'all ever
reel that back on.
So we argue
So
for
what's up,
55
guys?
minutes for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you did.
What's up?
You did.
Basically.
Man,
I don't think
let me
we
give you
can.
my opinion on
I'm
this
finna go do some
That
drugs.
is far
Now,
from
now,
true.
can I just say something really quick?
I just
before
wasted
I
an
hop
hour
off?
for no reason.
Yeah, you did, Demar. I was trying to tell you, but
Hey,
you wouldn't
Demar.
stop.
Hang on. Merce is not done.
Let's go. We got my bad, Kool-Aid.
I'm sorry,
Merce, go
Merce.
ahead,
I'm
then
sorry.
Kool-Aid. My bad. My bad, Kool-Aid. Go ahead, Merce.
I'm about to go train real quick, but I was gonna say, going back to the actual conversation, I like Jonathan Kuminga coming off the bench solely because if you look at our starting five, we have two offensive generators with CJ and JJ. But when JJ comes off the bench, now you have JK, who's going to be another offensive generator. So you constantly have offense being generated for all 48 minutes, which is something we did not have prior to Jonathan Kuminga coming to the team.
So let me ask you this, Merce. Let me ask you this.
What's up?
So you see Kuminga as something like a 0.4. Well, I don't want to say 0.4. As something like a creator. He's a creator? Because I look at him as a scorer.
So in some regard, I look at him like a smaller version, obviously not as good, but as a smaller version of Giannis, where he can attack the paint, he can go downhill. Matt, fuck off. He can attack the paint, he can go downhill, and he will have all defenses collapse on him, and then he can just kick it out the shooters. Look at our second unit, right? We have Zach, Corey Kispert, and Jock Landale. What do they all do? They're all catch and shoot three-point shooters. And Jonathan Kuminga, when he goes to attack the paint and everyone's collapsing on him, he just kicks it out and they can shoot the three. So that's why I'm saying, like, he's not like a JJ, but he's of the mindset of like he's a different kind of offensive generator where he can attack the paint, something that we don't have really on the team. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he kind of fits pretty well with the second unit.
Okay, let me ask you this before you go train.
Yeah.
I see, this was my theory. Tell me what you think.
What's up?
I see Kuminga coming off the bench for the rest of the year, but I think Quinn Snyder puts him in the starting lineup starting next season. Thoughts?
I think that is 100% dependent on two things. Number one, will Dyson be able to shoot like he was able to shoot last season? And then number two, will Jonathan Kuminga be able to continue his shooting ability that he's shown in the 3 games that he's had with us? I think it could work. I just think that, you know, I agree with you. Like for the rest of the season, he's definitely going to be coming off the bench. But for next season, I think it's really dependent on the shooting of everyone else. I mean, in theory, it'd be really sick to have like him, a starting lineup of like him, Zach, Dyson, JJ, and like a Anyeka or someone else. I mean, that'd be like that seems like a really strong starting five. But yeah, I don't fully disagree with what you're saying. Is all I'm saying.
All right, my boy. Appreciate you. What's good, Kool-Aid?
You guys have a good night.
Hey, what's up?
You too, man. Don't train too hard, man.
All right, Merce.
What's good, Kool-Aid? Talk to me.
Hey, I'll listen to y'all. I think some of the conversation debate were based on when to sign a player and when not to sign a player. Should you wait or give him the extension right away, or wait till the season, or wait later to pay him, which causes a player sometimes to change their mind and have awkward feeling about the organization. Now, what I have to say about this is that a winning organization has a really good eye test on the players to make sure when to give an extension and when not to give an extension. When the organization does that very well, sometimes they value their all-NBA players and they all-stars to the point where they don't play around when paying them their extension or paying them for their value. The value of the players gonna go with their what you call their person who managed them. He talked to them and they make a decision on making sure that that player is valuable to the team. A championship team do not play around with their value, okay? They make sure they get paid on time. What bad teams does is that they sometimes pay bad players, or they make the wrong decision at the wrong time on a player that they think they should have value for. And then sometimes they end up back to have what you call repeat, start all over again. Now you got the empty, either you're going to pay that person, just like what we did with Trae Young. They didn't value Trae Young. But we don't know whether Trae Young was more valuable to the Atlanta Hawks than they might misread that. He probably was more valuable than they thought he was, but then he might not. So now the organization saw that he was not valuable. Okay. Now, as for Kuminga, same thing over there with Golden State. They saw he was not valuable. Okay, we're going to see if another man's trash is another man's treasure. So what happens? Now, your argument, from what I understand, was that with Kuminga, and I said, after that game, I said, if we think Kuminga is a Luka Doncic or a LeBron James, how do you get to a championship? How do an organization get to a championship? What? They spend money. If you think Kuminga is that valuable to the Atlanta Hawks to help them get to a championship, you don't play with his money. You go ahead and pay him. When his time come up, you already made the eye test on that player. You already made the value of that player valuable. That's why they signed, when they saw valuable in Dyson, they saw his value. Now we're going to see if they made the right decision. They spent the money. Let's see if it was a bad spin or bad spin. Okay, they spent the money. And look, for right now, according to his shooting, it looked bad. But then when you look at his plus positive on the floor, he don't look bad. He had a positive 19 in the last game with the little things that he do. So they don't, but then you look at your boy, our boy Zach, they looking at him. Now I think Zach got value, but they ain't looking at him with no value. They already showing me they might not even sign him when his contract come up. He gonna be in the trade thing. You can see the way they using him, what he doing. So it's just winning organizations. When you saw the Celtics, they did not wait on Brown or Tatum to give them that half a bill.
But Kool-Aid,
they saw value.
But Kool-Aid, here's the thing. It's easy for championship teams to pay their players because your star players have won championships, or your star players have gotten you to the finals. Where you need to be good with the money at is when you're a team like the Hawks, right? What the Hawks are trying to do, which I assume they was doing with Dyson Daniels, you're trying to invest in a young talent.
Yeah.
Dyson is 23 years old. Okay. What Ansi is doing is saying, I predict this guy will be better in the long term. But here's my issue. One, you base it off of just one season. It's not like this guy had like a back-to-back seasons being a top defensive guy or being a good three-point shooter. Why do I keep bringing up the three-point shooting? Because that's what the coach wants us to score. That's how he wants us to score the ball. Shooting 45, 43s a night, right? And once again, like I asked Marion, if you are a GM and you don't mind paying your players market value, you shouldn't be scared to let them test the market when you are not 100% sure of who that player is, and you don't know when it comes to Dyson Daniels what type of player he is because he's only had one good season. He didn't make all NBA. He didn't make all NBA first team, second team, third team. He wasn't an all-star because then that's a no-brainer, right? But
popularity contest, my guy.
But just because he had one good season, does that justify you saying I'm gonna give him 25 million, even though his numbers say he cannot shoot the basketball?
And Damon, and it's good. Before you go, Marion,
let me say this.
Damon,
hold on. Let me get Kool-Aid rebuttal. Then we'll go to you,
after that. Let me just say this. Then I'm gonna cool out.
I'm gonna go after Marion.
Okay.
Oh, y'all stop talking about money, man. God dang.
So the thing is that I hear what you're saying, Damon, but the thing is that I'm looking at trying to be a winning organization.
Right.
And so our organization has to do better on spending their money and having the eye test on what they spending their money on. That's the point I'm making.
I agree.
And to that, Mary, before you go to that, because it's a question for you, Mary and Jay.
It's a benefit.
I'm still gonna say what I'm saying.
Okay. To Kool-Aid's point, you look at another reason why I believe it's a bad contract, even regardless how I feel about Dyson. You look at other players who I think are better: Andrew Nembhard, Shaedon Sharpe, Tamari Kamara, right? Other players who signed contracts this summer signed them for less than what we signed Dyson for, right? You look at Tamari Kamara in Portland, right? You look at his numbers, you look at his shooting, you look at all defensive team, just like Dyson made. They got him for considerably less per year. Shaedon Sharpe, 20-point a game score, got him for considerably less per season than what we got Dyson for. So to me, Andrew Nembhard blows Dyson out the water. Got him for considerably less. So when you look at winning teams and you look at the good players they have and you look at their contract value and then you compare it to the Hawks, it's way upside down. Go ahead.
Outside of Shaedon Sharpe, I think Dyson Daniels personally. It's your opinion, she's not. But I believe Dyson Daniels personally is better than all the other guys not named Shaedon Sharpe.
Oh my God.
Shaedon Sharpe.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Marion.
Yeah. We're talking about investment here. And we're talking about after the end of the third year. After the end of the third year, we gave Jalen Johnson $30 million. He was a 16, 8, and 3 player who had missed 92 games in 3 years. To your point, Damon, he only had one good season, and even that season he missed 26 games.
What was his number?
The other players who were making $30 million are in that area at the time were Kyrie Irving, SGA, Sabonis, Harden, Morant, and Zion Williamson. Them were the only other players making that kind of money.
Okay.
And we gave him that money because we were making an investment.
Right.
The same thing we did with Dyson. We gave him the money that we gave him because we were making an investment because we believed that he would continue in the same path that he was. So,
Marion, if we give Jalen Johnson $30 million and he come out the following year and he gives you 15 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, what would you be saying?
He came out the following year and he missed 60 games.
No. I ain't talking about how many games he missed. If he came out and gave you 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists, would you be telling me this? Hey,
the reality is he came out. Wait. Let me finish. The reality is he came out and he missed about 60 games, and nobody complained about the contract that we had just given him.
Okay,
I didn't hear you complaining about
Marion,
this guy making $120 million over the next 4 years.
Marion, what was his numbers? What was Jalen Johnson numbers?
His numbers went up, but he didn't play. I would rather have somebody out there playing and making a difference on the floor than having somebody in street clothes.
Marion, I can't control injuries. Once again, let me ask you this, Marion.
Davis either.
Marion, let me ask you this. If he comes out, he signs a contract, and the very next year, instead of giving you 20 and 10, he come out and give you 15.4 rebounds, 5 assists. Are you gonna sit up here and tell me, DeMond, that's a great contract? We got him on, DeMond, $30 million for 15 points and 4 rebounds and 5 assists. You're not gonna say that. You know what you're gonna say? I think the Hawks made a mistake. They overpaid him. The contract not looking good. That's what you're gonna say.
Well, let me ask you this:
Am I right or wrong?
What do you think? What do you think?
Am I right or wrong?
What do you think? Wait a minute.
Marion,
what do you think? This goes with it. What do you think? What do you think New Orleans Pelicans fans are saying about Zion Williamson's contract?
What does Zion Williamson put up? 24, 8, and what? Huh? Zion Williamson is the best player in that franchise history outside of AD and Chris Paul.
But he don't.
Let's be real here. Zion Williamson is the #1 overall pick franchise player.
But he don't play.
He'll walk, bro. He just played 35 straight games till he just
for the first time. For the first time, he got injured again.
But once again, Marion, I'm not gonna let you move.
What they say? He's been injured like 15 times.
Marion, if Jalen Johnson come out and give you 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and he just signed a 5-year, $150 million contract, are you not gonna be up here saying that's a good contract we got him on? Are you? No, you're not gonna say that. You're gonna say
that for those numbers. No.
Exactly. So when we signed Dyson Daniels, okay, to a $100 million contract, and I say the Hawks could have waited because we had all the leverage anyway, okay, because he couldn't leave unless we didn't want him. I said, do you mind signing players to market value? You said, I'm cool with doing that. So you let him play and you let him test the market. And if the market said he worth this, you match it because you don't mind paying market value for a player.
Well, why didn't we do that with Jalen? Why didn't we do that with Jalen?
He had missed 92.
He had missed 92 games in 3 years.
Here's the thing, Marion. Here's the thing with me. I said that with Jalen Johnson. I said it. I said they should have waited. That's what I said. And guess what? Because guess what? Jalen Johnson come out, average 20 and 10, but he only played 10 games. Is his value going to go up or go down? Because guess what happens? Now, as a GM, you have to measure that are you going to gamble with it and give him the money, or you going to play it smart? And I'm talking about other teams' general manager, because the Hawks have all the leverage.
Let me say, Mary, you finished?
I'm finished.
Let me.
Y'all finished, man.
I'm done, man. I'm finna go. I'm done.
All right, let me finish what I'm saying. Hold on before you leave the mind. No, this was number one.
What you mean?
No, just listen. Give me 2 minutes.
This
listen.
conversation got started. You the reason.
Dyson Daniels is being paid market value.
No, he's not.
Dyson Daniels is being paid market value.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Say what?
Stop.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Guess what? What you're paid is what the market says.
No, that's not true.
He's done. But
that's not true.
Done. Whatever you're paid is what the market is.
No, that's not true. You just made that up.
Number two, y'all sitting here worrying about the damn jump shot or points or whatever. The dude, if you know basketball, he affects the whole goddamn game.
That's cool. He can affect the game for 20 million. And
man, I'm talking. I mean, DeMond, both offensively and defensively.
He affects
the game. You ain't finna sit here and tell me he don't. If you do,
no,
you don't know that basketball.
The game. I say the same thing about Dyson Daniels.
Y'all worried about how many did? But Dyson Daniels,
y'all keep trying to ask. I say the same thing about Dyson Daniels every game, man. He can't shoot the ball.
And we've seen it time and time again. So let's get off that, right? Let's get off all we could have waited. And then you hold on. Let me finish, DeMond. Then, as I was saying, and Marion said, you build a relationship. You talking about who represent him? Octagon represent his ass, right?
Okay.
One of the biggest sports agencies in the world.
Who else they represent? Who else they represent?
So, like I said, look it up.
Who else do they represent if they so big?
Do your homework. Do your homework. I ain't gonna do it for you. So
Can I go out the foot?
Hey, you don't know.
Waiting on Dyson Daniels.
You don't know.
The Hawks had a
Can I go
plan.
out the foot?
They wanted Dyson Daniels.
Y'all take it easy, guys.
They locked them up early for a cheap rate. This bottom line.
So how do I
$25 million for Dyson Daniels. Where you can look. Hold on, goddamn, man. So what they locked them up for a cheap price.
It's not cheap.
If you look around the league, what these dudes getting paid, and they ain't even doing half the shit he doing. So come on, man.
He signed one of the richest contracts this summer.
I think somebody was
How do I end two?
Matt, somebody else was next, bro.
At the end of the day, I'm giving Kuminga $30 million. Period.
That's
the whole basis of this discussion. Because you said you wouldn't give him $30 million, Foot.
I did not say that.
Marion, did he not say that?
I didn't say. You can say it all you want. I didn't say that.
He said that he don't believe that the team is going to pay him the $30 million.
I said what the team. I didn't think the team won't do. I ain't said what I would pay him.
So y'all feel like every time a player is represented by an agency, we should just
lay
over
man,
and
I
give him money?
think this was for Demond before you got on. Demond had said something about who his representation was. That was for that. That was that far.
But I'm saying you and Jay, like, he represented by an agency, so to keep relationships.
Again, that was the response to what Demond said earlier before you got on. That one.
I think that's bad,
dude. I think Dyson Daniels is paid what he's worth.
Of course you do.
Hey, you are paid. Whatever you sign for is what you're worth. Period.
Yeah, and my thing is, all you're really betting is can he just shoot 35? Him shooting 36% from three would dramatically, like, if he just repeats last year's shooting performance with 4 attempts a game and does that, like, I mean, dude, you're talking about a borderline all-star player. So
I mean, but he's
I'm
not.
cool.
Can we deal in reality?
I am dealing in reality because I believe that this is just a mental thing for him. I'm watching his confidence growing and growing and growing, and we'll work with it. And I trust the player.
Hey guys, look at this. This is the deal right here. The proof is in the pudding, man. It's like this: when an organization pay these certain players, you will get results into winning. As of for right now, the Atlanta Hawks has not been making the right decisions on their players and who they spending their money on. Whether they want to spend a lot of money or not, okay? Because we are not getting to no championships.
Hey, fellas,
we are not winning. We are not in the top 5. We are not in the top.
Kool-Aid, hold on, because I need to dip. I see Demond and Mike just jumped off, so I'm gonna have to end the show. I don't mean to cut you off because I got to dip too.
Okay, but that was just my decision, man.
Huh?
That was what I was saying.
Yeah, appreciate everybody coming on, man. I gotta go do this shit. I didn't know they had dropped off. Just saying it. But good conversation, good talk. When our next game? Saturday. Okay, we'll be back on it again. Don't know if Demond's gonna do another 8 o'clock show, but chat, y'all smash that like button for y'all get up out of here. All right, fellas, we're gonna peace out. We'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
I'll end it for appreciate you, my guy.
All right, boy.
Peace.
Hey, you need that outro video. We'll talk.
I ain't done one yet. All I do is just
yeah, that's why I'm reusing one.
No, I don't even play the video. I just go right here.
Okay. All right, man. Go ahead and end it, man.
Appreciate you.
We'll catch you with y'all.